watch over our beginners, all of our low membership, watch over our food for everybody, for the relatives. That's who we want to be for this paycheck.
Thank you. We have an agenda before us, council. We have a couple additions under new business. The first item is going to be the WPS JOM application. Under tribal council items, we have executive session, one with JP and one with JW. Are there any further additions to the agenda?
I'd like to add the.
Oh, come on.
Yep, I had that
Okay.
WPS JLM
Okay.
under new business.
Okay.
I'd like to add.
Oh,
the
impact aid? Oh, I'm
impact
sorry.
aid, yeah.
Why'd I call it JOM? We need money from them too. Impact aid. Okay, sorry about that.
I'd like to add the proposal for the Robert's Rules of Order to get that finalized.
Old business.
Yeah, it is.
For old business, yeah.
Yeah.
Under old business, thank you, Eric.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda? Motion by Eric, do we have a second? Second by Teresa, discussion. Objection. Motion carried 6-0-0. We have the February 12th, 2024 regular council meeting minutes. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Madam Chair.
We have a motion by Kenny. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Teresa. Discussion. Objection. Motion carried 6-0-0. Next, we have the February 12th, 2024 Physical Resources Report meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Madam Chair.
Motion by Eugene. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Colby. Discussion. Objection. Motion carried 6-0-0. The third and last set, February 14th, 2024 CEO report meeting. Do we have a motion to approve those minutes?
Is that the one I have a typo? I gotta correct, it says a typo, I misspelled Esther, too many E's or something.
Page 2.
I'll correct that on the,
So do we have a motion with correction? We have a motion by Eric. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Teresa. And so that's noted on page 2 and Lorelei is aware of it. Any further discussion? Objection. Motion carried 6-0-0. All right, moving on to, we do not have any ratifications. Under new business, we have the Reservation Economic Summit 2024, which is March 11th through the 14th. Some awesome and amazing news. Our treasurer, Rona Steeler, will be featured on a panel for women in leadership. So we're really proud of her and thankful for her representation. Do we have a motion to approve?
to approve.
Travel to the Res conference.
Were you gonna go, Kenny?
I would like to, if the council would approve it.
Motion to
Okay, so
approve
you guys
travel.
can see that they're charging anybody gonna attend $1,200. So I thought we were gonna ask HCI, cause he's on their board. for
Yeah, well,
$1,200.
I just mentioned that to him, but they are paying for Rona as a board member.
Oh,
so-
okay, okay.
But
Motion to approve the travel.
did we have a motion by
Yes.
Eric? Do we have a second?
Who made it, Eric?
Yes.
Motion by Eric. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Eugene. Discussion. Objection. Motion carried 6-0-0.
I wanna apologize to the council. I did not get this from anybody. Nobody notified me in advance that this was even happening. This Res 2024. So me and Teresa dug up on the internet to look at, cause the first time I heard about this was the CEO in her report. She said she was going. And I didn't even know that they were having it. It didn't come to me as the secretary, or I would have put it on a prior agenda. So I wanna apologize, cause then Kenny said he was interested. And so
Well, you know
I
what?
just never got it.
Okay, council, I'm gonna have to say that, I'm not as interested now that I realize it's in Las Vegas rather than Phoenix.
The reason I wanted to go to the one in Phoenix is because one of my dear friends' grandson is a chairman of that tribe that helped sponsor that.
Oh.
That's one reason. The other reason was HCI is highly profiled at these kind of conferences. And I like to be there in case there's breakout sessions where they would want me to say something about it. So that's two reasons. And the third one is I thought it was in Phoenix because my grandson graduated from law school, Sandra Day O'Connor Law School. And him and I want to set up a scholarship program for future Indian kids that want to go there. But since it's not going to be in Phoenix, I guess if I don't go, fine. Is that okay? I can let you know. I can let you know.
You don't gotta let me know. If you wanna go, you need to make your travel arrangements with Annabeth.
Okay. Okay. I was really interested if it was down there, because that was a proper place for me and my grandson to do that. But in Las Vegas, it's a different story.
So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Objection to the motion? Motion carried 6-0-0. Moving on to number 2, the Winnebago Tribal Entities Housing Waiting Lists. There was some email going.
It was just I did this. I thought it'd be good for the tribal council to remain updated every once in a while of all our entities that rent housing, what the waiting lists are. So that first one is the Housing Commission. You see how many for 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom?
Do you want me to read this, Laurel, or do you want to read it?
No, I just, it's for the council to look at. And then the second one is how many are on the waiting list for the Warrior Apartments and the Little Priest Apartments. Just so the council knows how many. And then the third one is on the waiting list for tribal housing. So, and then this last one that I got was from, and I gave it to you guys, tenant waiting list from HCI for the units that they rent either in Emerson or Thurston. This is how many they have applicants for on all of those. So that way the council knows, got an update annually of the waiting list. That's why I was wanting was, so we stay informed.
Okay. So, council, you have that in your packet. Would anybody else like to elaborate on that? Or are you good with what's in your packet?
Well, I haven't looked at it in the packet, but what I would be interested in is available units compared to the waiting list. Because if we have more people on a waiting list and we have units, then again, we need to look at building more houses. And hopefully that waiting list is shorter than the number of units.
When I sent this out, I did call over to the housing authority because the council here, if you remember, we passed a motion and to put $300,000 over to the housing commission so they can work on those units. Was it 15 or 16 of them?
It was 16, or it was almost 17 that were meth-related contamination.
So they could work on them and then get them open for members.
Another thing is,
And they didn't get the money yet when I called them. So I called finance, and finance said they were waiting for the BIA to sign off on something as a part of it. And then later on, last week, I found out they got the money. So,
that's good. Well, another thing I'd like to see on there is how many units are contaminated or closed, and what their projection date is on having them back up and ready to be used. Because that's kind of the little triangle that we have, is the waiting list, the number of houses we have, and then the houses that we don't have that are available due to meth.
That number is 471 people, families that need homes. And this list has only gotten bigger over the years.
And that breakdown I'd like to see out of every entity, HCI at the tribal.
Okay, so for the membership that's listening and for anyone else that has an interest, the Winnebago Housing and Development Commission, which are our HUD units, have a 1-bedroom, there are 18 applicants, 2-bedroom, there are 16 applicants, 3-bedroom, 16 applicants, 4-bedroom, 17 applicants, 5-bedroom, 7 applicants. So 74 applicants for 1 through 5 bedrooms. That's for their waiting list. For the Warrior Apartments and the Little Priest, they have 64 applicants for a 1-bedroom. They both have 84 applicants for a 2-bedroom, and 3 bedrooms. There are 44 applicants for each apartment. So you're counting one list for the Warrior, that's 192 total, and one list for the Little Priest, that's 192 total. It says each January and July they send out letters for applicants to update their application. So every 6 months, these folks need to be in touch if they want to be on the waiting list. The tribal houses. Okay, they have a waiting list of 13. So that just gives the council some perspective. And for the money that we sent over to the WHDC, if you remember, there was a gentleman who was waiting for placement. And I would say as of, several weeks ago, that family still wasn't placed in that home. So that was the outcome of that.
They were just waiting for the money, which got over there last week.
Okay. So Lorelei, thank you for kind of checking in on this. This is an ongoing concern for the council.
One more. It's a separate paper. It should go.
Oh, the H.
Yeah, this is the one from HCI, and their waiting list state 1-bedroom they have 32 applicants, 2-bedroom 27 applicants, 3-bedroom 16 applicants, 4-bedroom 6 applicants, and senior unit applications is up to 13.
That's our update.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to have continued discussion with the council in the fiscal resources report, and I know you guys heard me encouraging us before to start utilizing some of the tribe's resources just to do it, and it's a really bold step, but I think these lists are going to require a really bold action. Any further discussion on those items?
I would just like to see that. Probably those get emailed in, Lorelei, and then you
Okay.
can consolidate those.
I'll send an email to all of them and say how many are actually available to move into, right?
Yes,
And then what's the projected date for the ones they're gonna be working on that
Yes.
will open? So
Yeah.
I'll send an email and I'll copy the council on it.
okay, that's, one of those discussions that, would make a good huddle discussion, an update at a huddle. And that's kind of how we need to start getting back to that. Thank you. That's all I got.
Okay.
Well, sorry, council, I did things out of order. Can't read my own writing here. JOM was supposed to be first. Sorry about that. Come on.
The impact, remember?
The impact aid. So, thank you, Kamal, for meeting with the tribal council today and for your leadership at the school. We have these documents in front of us, and in the past, as you know, I've been hesitant to sign these because I didn't think they were accurate, and I wanted to make sure that what the tribe was submitting had that level of detail from your office. So it looks like you've gone back and
So our office person that does impact aid, it goes by just the day that we choose. I believe that date is October 1st or 2nd on there. I can't remember without seeing it. And we can only count those people that meet those requirements on that day. So if they met them prior but don't meet them just that day, we can't count them. If it's after October 1st and they meet the requirement October 2nd, we don't count them. There are some new things which hopefully will help us get a little more money that we're able to do this year that we found out we could utilize, and so we're asking impact aid. We added that to our application.
Does the council have any questions on the presentation you received today?
We asked all the questions during the meeting and get very insightful answers. I think everybody kind of walked away from the meeting with a real thorough understanding of what impact aid and everything that's in front of us. So I don't have any questions. Anybody else that attended have any?
Do we have a motion to approve the Winnebago Tribes Impact Aid 2024?
It's 25.
25?
It's for the year of 25. We do it a year in advance.
2025.
I'll make a motion to approve. It's an application, right? Or-
It is. It's an application, and you're certifying.
We have a motion by Eugene. Do we have a second?
Second it, Madam Chair.
Second by Kenny. Discussion. Objection. Motion carried 6-0-0. All right, well, we've got that motion to approve.
Thank
You
you.
can sign it because it's due tonight.
Yes, there are
Oh
two.
my goodness.
There are two there that need we need your signature. There are two sheets there that have your name on them that need you to sign.
All right.
And I will make you a copy and bring it down tomorrow. We also have to get someone else to sign it that's besides me, so I'll go and see them tomorrow and bring a copy. Yeah, BIA. And then one needs my signature in addition.
Well, I think I signed the wrong one.
Well, there's two. Do you want me to come up?
No, I see them now. I just thought I had to sign all of these.
Oh, no.
And also, I just don't like when people tell me it's the last day and I have to do it right now.
It's not.
Bring in 6 million and stack it up on that table when it comes.
All right. And so these ones are just
Yeah, that's
extra?
just part of it.
Okay.
And I can send you a copy of the minutes when I type it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming late to our meeting, our late meeting.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you guys for attending ours.
Thank you, Kamel.
All right. You guys have a great night.
Come on.
I was
Take care of those kids up there.
Jamal. We're doing our best.
Call them Jamal today.
It's called Jamal. I'm sorry, Jamal. Come on.
You were doing it.
Next on the tribe's business, we have the Robert's Rules of Order training.
So this was kind of put forth when I brought up about myself wanting to attend a Robert's Rules of Order training, just to get familiar with it. And so in front of you, we already previously selected Native American Consulting. There is the first page you guys see there, the packet I gave you is essentially the layout of what the training would be about. On the second page, on the back side, it has the 9 seated members and the price tag for that. And then it was also directed to research possibly adding in our different committees and other staff within the organization. After reaching out to them, they want to cap the training at 15 just for effectiveness. So I know that speaking with Linnell, number was closer to 25 on top of the 9 seating members at the table. So this organization wouldn't be able to do more than 15 at a time. So that's kind of where we're at with it right now. Speaking with a few members during my little journey here trying to put this together, some were saying they honestly weren't interested and or have already had the training before. So I guess I'm just looking for a little more direction from the table as far as what we would like to do.
I say we just move. Oh, sorry, Kenny.
I think if you go more than 15, you're gonna have a problem, or they're gonna have a problem, because a lot of it is role playing, actual. activities that make us decide which way to go and that type of stuff. 25 people, gee, I don't think we could host that many.
I'd agree with that.
Just my comment.
I'd agree with that, though.
I and John have been to a lot of those opportunities to order. We still don't know it, huh, John?
Maybe John could.
Point of order.
So I guess just really thankful that you are, wanting us to get refreshed and, but with that kind of confusion and not enough room for everybody, do you want to just move forward with the council at this time?
Yeah, if that's what we'd like to do, yep.
I don't need the training.
You don't need the training?
too.
I already had it.
Well, I had it 5
And I
times.
got the book. When in doubt, I got
have
the book.
too.
Yeah, and I can go by the book. I can read.
I can too, but it's easy to make mistakes.
So the council previously approved that for the council, right?
Correct.
Okay. So is there any action for the follow-up information or
I
no?
guess I would just need your signature on the proposal, which we can do from there. So if that's kind of decided already, I don't know, do we need to make a motion just approving the 9 to attend or bringing it here, or are we just moving forward? Just need your signature.
I think we should.
I thought we already had a
Teresa
motion.
said she already had it too.
We already had the motion to do the council, don't we? So then what do we need another motion for?
I don't think we would. Then.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, I'll work with you afterwards then.
So then are you guys gonna make me attend?
Do we need a
You are welcome to attend.
like
You're
you to
encouraged
attend.
to attend.
Yeah, encouraged to attend, yeah.
do we need a motion to
All right. No, we already approved that. There was all our committees that may or may not have wanted to participate. So we sent Eugene back to the contractor and said, well, if we had this many, how much would it be? And it was just too large of a group and too big of a price that they could accommodate, or that we were willing to pay for a separate class and that they were capping the class out.
Okay, as long as that price got approved along with that motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at our last, on our trip, we came across this gentleman named Bruce Pratt, and he told us he's going to be the one doing our training. And I served with Bruce on the stack, so we'll be in good hands.
So I guess the last thing then I'd like to do with everybody here, I suppose we can pick a date between me and Tori. We have 3 dates available as an option, so.
What are the dates?
March 26th through the 27th, March 27th through the 28th, or April 30th through May 1st.
Just so we remember, Educare is sponsoring the National Educare Networking Conference starting May 1st
Okay.
in the Sioux City Convention Center. And they want us to be involved because we're the only Indian Educare program in the country.
I'll keep that in
And
mind.
we're the host, so maybe that isn't a good date.
What's the dates of that, Lily?
It's May 1st through the 3rd.
Okay.
And on the night of the 2nd, they're gonna bring them down on buses to Educare so they can tour our Educare. And then Educare wants food to feed them, and we want singers and any dancers that would put on some of our dances for our guests. And then they also want the tribe to have the community cleanup earlier so it looks nice when our guests come. So we gotta let physical resources know that. They gotta plan earlier than March, than May. And then also they want the veterans to open the conference, bringing in the colors, and then retreat the colors at the end of the conference. So we gotta put our best foot forward.
That's gonna require a budget that we'd have to approve.
They were gonna meet with the CFO, and then whatever, they'll be coming to us.
I'm for it.
Okay.
I just wanna.
So we'll wait to hear from Amy on that proposal
Yeah.
and what they need from us. Okay. So moving on to our executive session items. Before we move on, John, was there anything you wanted to visit the council about? Or
No,
no? Okay. Well, it's good to see you. Making me nervous.
I heard there was a meeting, so I got curious. And I haven't been here since about 2014, so I thought, well, I'll show up, see what they're doing. Cool.
Well-
I try my best to pray for you guys, I know the job. But I thought, well, go and see what they're doing. I want to check on this young guy.
Yeah.
And then this old guy, that's kind of bad.
I thought maybe he was wanting us to promote poker out at the casino.
By the way, By the way, I'd like that resolution, please.
That's why we got them sitting across from each other.
Motion to go into executive session.
Well,
No, but thank you, Madam Chair.
well, good to see you, and I hope that you could come in again when we have a more robust agenda. We had a little bit of a brief agenda tonight. So our next item is going into executive session, and so do we have a motion to go into executive session?
Move it.
We have a motion by Eric. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Eugene. Discussion. Objection. Motion carried 6-0. We're entering executive session at 5:27 p.m. And I invite our first tribal member up to the podium.
Break for the rest.
Smoke break. Yeah.
Good to see you, John. Good to see you, John.
Just this young lady right here.
Oh, you mean Esther's on?
Esther's online.
Yeah, she could be on.
Yeah.
She can be in.
Okay.
Please give it a second. He's gonna let us know when you get it there.
Let's go ahead and mute it, and then we don't need to go into executive on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Go with the camera. Still want to put that little display up, right?
So usually they put a breakout session and then there's, yep, there you go.
we're on a mute.
No.
Do we have a motion
I
to,
want to make one comment. I think we're misusing that hotel and letting people stay there, and it just goes on way beyond what they're allowed, and they leave the place trashed. And I know of a situation where we had a person there. They got to stay there for 5 days. They ended up being there 2 weeks, and during that time, the female part of that family won $1,000 and didn't offer to give a thing in a way of staying there. And when she don't win, she panhandles, and her family is, and it kind of related to me in a way, not on her side, but on the other side. The man and her son and other family members are throughout that casino. And I hope we don't get to a point where we make that a flop house.
No.
And that's what it's getting down to. But management couldn't do a darn thing when that person won that $1,000 as far as paying for the 2 weeks you stayed there when you were only given, 5 days?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're doing something nice, but we're paying the price for it too.
well, I think we'll be mindful of that now we know how that situation turned out.
The fine print should say if you win anything more than $200, the casino will take half. Because that would almost pay for
them in
a
there
room.
in the first place.
It was the council's generosity and
Yeah.
compassion that let them
Yeah.
be there. And
They were in there since September, Dina Whistler told me.
Yeah.
Yep.
September, October, November, December, January.
And Dina
And they
Whistler
just got
told me
kicked out
when
in
the
February,
baby
so
went
they
down.
were there for 6 months. And
They
then
give
they
you
left that
pictures
room
of that room?
trashed. But
Did they get any pictures of that room? Don't know.
I hope,
Hope
she
so.
said Ray reported it to her, so maybe they did get pictures, I don't know.
Of this
Okay.
last one?
Yeah,
So maybe we get more information at the treasurer's report on what the
Right.
cost of that is and how we don't do that again.
yeah.
Okay.
Motion to
Do we have a
adjourn.
motion? But we have a motion by Eric. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Eugene. Discussion. Objection to the motion. Motion carried 600. We're adjourned at 6:12 p.m. Thank you, council. Thank you.